Dustin Schutte is back for SI.com with another Purdue football story. Everybody should go read it. It's very interesting. Are we allowed to call Drew Brees a colleague of ours?
I did touch Drew Brees' bicep on a red couch.
Fun story. We did once work with Drew Brees. For some of us, it was with microphones interviewing. For some of us, it was on a couch touching bicep. Anyways, Drew Brees, Sleeper's colleague, Drew Brees, was talking all things Purdue football leading up to this season opening win and kind of giving a state of the program type interview. And when he spoke with Purdue on SI, he talked about Purdue's running back, Devin Mockobee. Mockobee is a very good player, a guy that you and I have praised plenty of times on this channel before. And even at times last year, I feel like we've talked about how we felt bad for what Mockobee had to endure. And, tough to be a good player, running back, maybe an all conference caliber guy stuck on a 1-11 team that just didn't have what you needed around you. Anyways, Maccabee's back this year, and Drew Brees wanted to shout him out with some very unique praise. This is what Drew Brees said, quote, "Here was a guy who walked on and ended up starting his freshman year and earning a scholarship. There isn't a guy who represents the Purdue program better in the history of the school than Devin Mockobee." End quote. If you listen to Drew Brees, who is, in my opinion, the biggest Purdue football icon ever, Devin Mockobee should be remembered as maybe the player who most singularly embodies what it means to be a Boilermaker in the history of the entire school. You buying this?
Boy, hell no. We don't even gotta go back to Drew Brees. Rondell Moore didn't die for this. What are we talking about right now?
I mean, we're
I
talking
take
about Devin Mockobee.
I take that one tight end. What's his name?
We're talking about Mockobee.
Boy, no.
We're talking
Come
about
on
Mockobee.
now.
Not Rondell Moore. We're talking about Mockobee. We're talking about Mockobee. We're talking about
We're
Mockobee.
talking about Mockabee. We're making a mockery of the little history that Purdue football has. All right, respectfully. That's crazy, man. What's the Payne Durham? We can have a Purdue football name off here for
How
who
about
embodies
just
the
Drew
pro.
Brees? I know Drew Brees is like a humble guy, but what are we doing?
Well, let's ask Devin Mockobee who Purdue football embodies. That's crazy, man. Shout out to it's Dustin Shoddy,
Riding shoddy.
Ryan Shoddy.
Got it. Okay.
I,
My
I,
bad, Dusty.
I was, but nah, yeah, no, he doesn't. No,
Okay. Can I try and rationalize this?
I'd like to not be present. Maybe you could
Gonna
do another
anyway.
episode.
Gonna anyway. So, okay. I think what you're doing, especially if we're going to consider Drew Brees an option for this, right? That conversation is just like best Boilermaker, best player, best legacy, whatever, best, right? We know Purdue fans like debating are they the best at certain things. Uh this is different. Like what Drew Brees is trying to say is like basically the path that Mockabee took, starting out as a walk-on, not being handed anything, and then earning immediately, showing up and working so well and being so good that you prove all the doubters wrong, right? Isn't there actually a point on this? I know you're laughing and shaking, but like, let's remember who Purdue fans are, right? The identity that is a Boilermaker. To me, I've said it before, they love to feel like they are the underdog. They
Hmm.
don't want to feel like they're the big bad wolf. They want to feel like they're doing things the right way and the world is against them and we stand for what's right.
Hmm.
So if you take that premise to be true, that that's what it means to be a Boilermaker, then in that sense, Maccabee's career path probably does fit that mold identity wise more than like a 5-star stud that ended up going to the NFL and had everything easy.
Got it. I also think that Devin Mockabee did a great job of making himself an underdog if he wasn't. Because he's gotten worse every year he's been at Purdue.
What do you mean by that?
Not the box score watch here, but carries have gone down every single year. Yards have gone down every single year. Touchdowns have gone down every single year. His long rush has gone down every single year. every football statistic that a running back goes by has gone down.
Yeah, I mean, it is hard for me to like
He's
accept the.
got less catches every year. He has less yards receiving every year. Like I'm legit. I was willing to get there, but he has gotten worse every year that he's been there.
Well, but here's even more so than the individual stuff. Here would be my issue with like, there's no Boilermaker in history that embodies our program better. The team has gotten worse every year. How can you be the guy that embodies Boilermaker greatness more than anyone when your senior year you just went 1-11? Like, I would hope nobody from that team is, right? Like, respectfully.
Right. I'd like someone to embody my program that has been to a bowl game, won over 5 games in a season, something like that.
Yeah. Which again, not to knock Devin Mockobee. I'm not trying to do that, but
I
I don't.
am. Respect Rondell Moore, respect Payne Durham, respect Drew Brees, respect my colleague, please.
Part of this from Breeze, if you read on, was him talking about the education side of things, which Mockobee has very clearly put priority in. And apparently he's talked about how his engineering degree is actually like it's super meaningful and he wouldn't even consider transferring or leaving because like that shit means something to him. Drew Brees said that's what being a college student athlete is all about, is taking pride in everything you do, how you conduct yourself, the way you value that Purdue education. Those are the types of guys we want. So like, I don't know. He is a stand-up guy, great locker room guy.
Oh,
We know
definitely
that.
stand up guy. Someone you probably want your daughter to date if it got to that point. Just like I would kick it with Devin Mockobee for sure. Um, how about you engineer some wins?
So, can I give you my issue? I'm surprised you haven't gotten there on this quote yet. This is my only issue. None of your issues are issues that I have. This is my issue with what Drew Brees is saying. He didn't say Purdue football.
What do you say?
He said there isn't a guy who represents Purdue better in the history of the school than Devin Mockobee.
Had to be just talking about football.
I'm sure, but let's say football then. Because I would take Braden Smith representing Purdue in the history of the school a little more than Devin Braden Smith, who turned down NIL offers of millions of dollars to come back and lead Purdue and be that guy in that locker room.
Yeah, this has to have repercussions. Houston's my number one preseason team because everyone's not on the same page. Everyone's not on the same page. They can be two, but we're not going to have program legends on the same page. I can't have this.
You know what I think we need to do?
We need to call Drew.
I think we need to talk to our guy Drew. I
I
think
think
we
we
need
need.
we need to dial him back a little bit. Let's get him back on a couch. Let's let you touch him again. Let's get Drew where he belongs.
We'll grab him by his wrist and squeeze it. Tell him to stop it.